Welcome back to Connect the World. I'm Linda KINKADE. Good to have you with us. Our top story this hour, a legal challenge was quickly filed after Israel's parliament approved a controversial bill that will weaken the power of the Supreme Court. These are live pictures of protesters out on the streets of Jerusalem. The vote in the Knesset was 64-0, with opposition members walking out of the chamber. The legislation strips the Supreme Court of the power to declare government actions unreasonable. In the lead up to the vote, demonstrators surrounded the Knesset and blocked roads around the building. At least 19 arrests have been reported so far. Israel's umbrella labor union announced preparations to declare a labor dispute which could lead to a further strike. HADAS Gold is back with us from Jerusalem. Good to have you with us, HADAS. So just give us a sense of what you've been seeing on the streets, because we have seen those images of water cannons being deployed, protesters being arrested. What sort of reaction are you seeing?
Well, Linda, these protesters, they're angry, and what we're hearing from the speakers behind me on the stage, we're just outside of the Supreme Court, and down this road behind me, that leads to the Israeli parliament, and that's where these protesters have really been sort of marching back and forth, milling about. Right now, what they're shouting is actually, what they're chanting is shame. They're shouting shame on the government, shame on the coalition for passing this legislation. And the other chants that they're chanting are things like, we will not give up, because despite the fact that this has passed, this is the first legislation of this judicial overhaul to pass, they say that they will continue taking to the streets, they will continue fighting. And we're going to see that through legal challenges. As you know, the legal challenges have already been filed within the Supreme Court. They're seeking an immediate injunction that the Supreme Court will stop this legislation. That could lead to a very interesting legal battle. Well, the Supreme Court will be ruling on legislation that, of course, directly affects its power and what it can rule on. And we're also hearing from the labor union saying they may be calling a general strike. Keep in mind, the last time that labor union, which is Israel's largest, declared a general strike back in March, it essentially shut the country down. Everything from the ports to McDonald's was shut down. So if this labor union declares a strike, we're going to see that once again. The shekel has fallen against the dollar. The Israeli stock market has also been taking a hit as a result of this legislation passing. But for the government and for Benjamin Netanyahu and his coalition, this is finally a victory after months of saying that this overhaul needed to start the process. They've been celebrating, they've been hugging one another, and they say this is just the beginning of what will really be a complete reshaping of the Israeli judiciary, because they say the judiciary desperately needs reform, it needs rebalancing. But for these protesters, they fear what taking away those powers from the Supreme Court will mean. They fear it will mean government having unfettered power to make decisions without any sort of check on it, because the way the system works here, the Supreme Court is essentially the only check on government power, and that's why these protesters say that they will continue coming out to protest. Linda.
And HADAS, of course, there is a lot at stake here. Just give us a sense of the implications for the economy and sort of the economic reaction we're already seeing.
Yeah, well, we've already heard from some major companies, major tech companies, who have either sort of frozen or slowed down some of their investment in Israel because of fears of what this legislation will do to the economy, will do to the power of the shekel, and will also do just to, employees, to people who will want to live here, to live here, who may want to leave. One of the other major implications, more potentially immediate implication, is what this could mean for Israel's military, because thousands of Israeli military reservists, these are people who've already left the military and are now essentially required to check in once a month for duty of some kind, some of whom are volunteers, some of whom are not volunteers, have said that they will not serve if this legislation has passed. They've signed pledges, thousands of them. That's actually what the speaker is speaking about just now, about these military reservists saying they will not serve. But among those who have signed those pledges are really senior and important Air Force officers. These are pilots. These are the fighter jet pilots that Israel would be relying on if a major conflict breaks out. And that's the major concern right now. And that's what we're hearing from even opposition leaders, from people like former Prime Minister Yair Lapid, who has actually called on those military reservists he says, hold off your protests just yet. Wait for this process to go through the courts before you fully and really refuse to serve, because that's how serious of an implication that could have for Israeli military preparedness.
HADAS Gold, good to have you on the story. You have been covering these protests for over 6 months. We will continue to stay on this story. Thanks very much. HADAS Gold there from Jerusalem.